afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting and amazing Propagandacast from your host and Pearl Name, the one, the only master of propaganda. We're off here to a 1 vs 1 on Crossroads in winter. In the north, it is Snailman fighting for the German army, Deutschland. The 116th Panzerdivision Minhund with Grand Offensive, opening up with Panzerfusiliers, smoke bombs, infrared Sturmgewehrs, the Panzer Commander upgrade, and the Tiger tank, specifically the Command Tiger there with infantry panzer bulletins. The Kuban study for Snailman in the south, it is Orangepest. Most orange of pests, perhaps except one. With a rifle company over the site there with EC8s available to be constructed, rifle defensive structures, advanced infantry equipment, fire up, and white phosphorus smoke barrages. Definitely not a doctrine we see a lot of lately from the Americans. I still think it is pretty good. Double rifle start there for Orangepest. We've got Kuban there. Folks following up the Kuban here for Snailman. The Kuban rushing east for the fuel punch jumps ready to support. We got Orangepest hitting hard here and around the car pond there as well. Kuban opening up the machine gun. Sturm Plant to try and catch them off guard. I think we've had a good chance there. Kuban rolling back here as Orangepest pushes forward for freedom and democracy. Sturm Puny advancing there. Opening up here in the south, rifle focusing down the rifle squad. I think it's the best move. Kuban's heavily damaged already. Will not be able to assist in the fight much. Folks could try and sort of move up out here, try and flank up behind the troops there. Of course, maybe just trying to attack head on there against Orangepest. Kuban, I think, should just be diverted towards the west, begin securing territory there instead. I think that'd be a lot more effective here for Snailman right now. It's been caught in a sort of straight on firefight. Orangepest, I think, always got a better position in firepower to keep Snailman at bay, but he's intent on trying to flash out Orangepest here because already grabbed a few points, so he's less keen on giving it up. So this could actually be a really good engage for Orangepest depending on how Snail. Oh, he actually ends up retreating. Close one there, I would say, though. Could have gone either way, possibly when the end. Snailman did pull through, but in meanwhile, Orangepest just beginning to grab territory for the rifle and third one on the way. Kuban being fixed up, so end up being a good engagement there for Snailman. So it's close there. I think Orangepest overall had the right idea there. But there we are. Just moving back here, third rifle squad out there, moving up for the cover on the west. Of course, once this then did not pay off, of course, Orangepest now behind Snailman. Of course, it's a bit dangerous. We've got mines up here. Sandwich prepared as well there. Good work. Sandwich moving up there. Aggressive play there by both Snailman and Orangepest, both recently experienced players. Snailman is, I think, roughly top 100 player. Orangepest is also in that area, so obviously neither is a slouch. Mine down there, the M5 mine. Rifling westwards here for the fuel point now. Rifle and Risk are going to engage the full in heavy cover. But any heavy cover itself is going to be a bit tricky there to deal with those. Note here, of course, he's throwing down the resistance first. This could in theory allow the rifle to close in the distance and sort of hit hard. Either way, there's some probably using the bait, or maybe it's usually set up down flank and then sort of, I don't know, do something, but it didn't quite pan out. And then Snailman holds the line. Not great there for Orangepest moving up here. So far, noting, of course, that Snailman is getting twice as much fuel than his opponent. Grabbing the fuel here in the west, setting up sandbags as well. Imagine we'll be having some tech. There we go. Platoon command post up there for Orangepest and the 2nd Armored Division. Rather than fighting with the Kuban there with 2 kills, close mentioned 1. Pushed off the card point there. Hitting the card point there. Five versus Volkswagen is here. Volkswagen back. Oh, could hit the mine here. Oh, that's a close one. That's a really close one. I can't imagine here Orangepest can sort of just feel it and be frustrated. They're just right next to the damn mine and they're just not going into it. Because that engagement would have been very much his if they just, get into the bloody mine. But they aren't. They just aren't. And these we've got rifle moving up against the Volkswagen Kuban backing up here. Lieutenant around there for Orangepest giving us from more firepower there with the chops now to the lieutenant. Charging in the Volkswagen, ramping folks down in there by the Kuban. Volkswagen taking heavy damage here to rifle squad though, close to a wipe here. Bit awkward there for Orangepest if he does lose rifle squad early on. Lieutenant moving up here to support. West side of skirmish continues there. A lot of action going on here, trying on the way there for Snailman. We've got 1 punch for the squad out here for Snailman. 1. We're sending up to deal with the punch to go Kuban to support here. 3 kills, half HP to 2. Kuban doing what he can. He focuses on the lieutenant first. Very good prioritization there since they're more exposed. And of course, charging the unit. Good work there by Snailman. Punishing Orangepest here for a bit. No reach here in the west resistance. Push back the full to support the rifleman. Finally recapturing the fuel point there still. Snailman is getting still more fuel here than Orangepest. And Orangepest may just want to focus hard on the west instead of trying to push in here and try and catch Snailman off guard. Around there, we're just going about now. We got mechanized command post away there for Orangepest on the platoon command post. Maybe pushing for an M20 or a still light tank here versus Snailman. Going again for the car point. Snailman is trying to maintain his momentum as best as possible. We got a mechanized regiment up there for Snailman. Looks as likely on the way. Could also be a Puma down the road. Mine goes off there finally. Killing several punches with his Kuban. All stages of damage, but no damage engine. Forced away here. Pushing up here again. Very intent on grabbing that eastern side. Mechanized command post ready. Lieutenant sending out. Could go for 50 cal, soon to put pressure there on Snailman with. Certainly a very common American pick in 1-versus-1 matches. Almost got the victory point there. We got 500 to 482. Also lead there for Snailman over Orangepest. Mechanized Regiment Headquarters stun ambulance away there for Orangepest. Certainly a very good pick there. Rifles falls on the car front. It's a fine against to once more disrupt his opponent's resources. Good work there by Orangepest. Rifle Lieutenant moving up here, trying to flank behind. Tear Snailman's force there. Very good, taking advantage of the fact he's, forced to pay attention to the harassment and then exploit that. Thumbs up to Orangepest. Snailman now a bit more on the defensive. Kuban then takes a damage. Engine almost ready to just explode. Jump on falling back as well here. Right flank, I think, is being forced away here by Orangepest. Very attack with a button grenade off there. Very good. Looks it's not far off there from Snailman. Orangepest with no serious counter. He could go for the 10's bazooka. Of course, they will have to fall back soon in the face of the Lieutenant with the Thompson, which of course just adds a lot of firepower to the unit, particularly at close ranges. Barnhand grenade there a bit off late. West side and Sandbag secured here by Orangepest and America. Season needs some fuel point there. Sandbags down there for Orangepest. Very good. Thumbs up. Back here, troops reinforcing. Ambulance awfully close here. Personally prefer placing my ambulance that's a bit further away. They can still heal, but more importantly, you sort of avoid one of the things I hate, which is like the way the base is built. There can be some weirdness with like units retreating and sort of getting stuck up on things at times by just placing it slightly further away. Not so close that units can get stuck, but just here, you'll still get easily healing reinforcement. It just doesn't mess with the retreat parts and whatnot. So that's sort of personally how I like to do it. Bit of a tip there anyways. Looks on the way there for Orangepest for Snailman. Orangepest maybe like to go for the sort of light tank response. The looks, and of course that can then force a Puma in response to that from Snailman. Farther up north, you've got Rierson with the full squad here. Betcha 2-7 kills. Rierson's forced to lead behind their comrade dead in the snow. That's the Fulton there, of course, are showing no mercy or consideration. Looks halfway done there for Snailman and the 116th Panzer Division Windhund. Rather than pushing it, narrowly avoiding a mine there from Snailman. Both sides are now showing they're quite keen on laying down mines. Good work there. Oh, bad call there by Snailman. Too slow to retreat, and Orangepest gets the wipe there. I would say it's a bit unlucky there from you hadn't gotten the wipe. So that's a bit of a blow there to Snailman here in the early game, early mid-ish game. More punch from the way to replace the ones lost. Looks they're done. Could of course also begin upgrading the punch for these with the recon pack to increase the firepower numbers. Looks moving in there. Using the detection ability, interestingly enough. We got the looks out, and Orangepest currently has no anti-tank weapons. No bazookas, no anti-tank guns. Zip. Of course, he can go for the Steward right soon. He probably again will, but for now, there's no such thing, and that means he is very much exposed to Snailman's look. So depending how well Luke puts pressure into it. Oh! Nice set and use there. Fire up, in this case a bit awkwardly. Could catch up with the looks there, but Glass could have quickly dealt with it. Or at least slowed it down a bit. We got the Steward lighting away there for Orangepest and Freedom and Democracy. Western Point secure there by Fulton Grenadiers. Got the Rifle Grenadiers moving westwards. MD-34 there for Snailman and the 116th Panzer Division Windhund. And as always, please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and press that bell button. Helps me out and others as well. Where's the Fulton Grenadiers at? Flash yourself, of course. Still light tank there, halfway done for Orangepest and the 2nd Armoured Division. 50 cal there. MD-34, I mean, not a 50 cal, but MD-34 almost done there for Snailman. Would be a bit faster the Overcomers could get 50 cal machine guns. Mildly put. Hit the curve one again with the Panzerfusilerer, very good. Got Rifle Lieutenant eastwards. Steward light tank out there for Orangepest. Fun fact about the Steward light tank was it's an incredibly cramped tank, where there's not actually a lot of room for the crew. So, little fun fact there. Punches the Panzer of the Steward there. Line to tank and it goes off here. Down the engine there of the Steward light tank. Slows it down here a bit for Orangepest and Freedom. In the Lieutenant forward without the bazooka again, the looks here is going to be quite a problem here for the Lieutenant. Quickly moves up to try and make it hard for him to retreat, then just cause as much damage as possible. Heavy damage there. Obviously, to the point neutral does succeed, but and then almost total wipe there the Lieutenant. Not entirely sure that was fully worth it there for Orangepest, but did not be lost it. And the rest of the punch was falling back in the face of the Rifleman, and Rieson still also good to go once more here for Orangepest. The Steward light tank also service with the British and with the Soviets, and I believe they all actually liked it. Even the Soviets liked the Steward light tank. So little fun fact there. Puma on the way there, and the Soldier's Jenny. We're actually not really keen on a lot of American equipment. They sort of set no to, say, for some stuff like the Thompson, bazookas. They weren't actually impressed by either. And some of the other weapons. They like the Sherman, though, but there was a lot of other equipment they were less keen on. So, little fun fact there. Still holding back here. And for those wondering for some why the Thompson, partly because it wasn't apparently great in cold weather conditions, but I think primarily it's just because it used larger rounds, meaning the soldiers could carry less around of them. So that was a bit of a problem there for the Soviets' army concerns. And you push back the rifle squad there. Bit of a postal setup there. Of course, need to come not to be too passive with it. Usually I find you want to use your machine guns more versus your opponent. And to tank out this, we've got a Cat 94 Orangepest. Interesting pick there. Not straight into the maid yet. But probably the Puma and all that he wants in tank to deal with the light vehicles quite well. And the M1 tank gun with its high rate of fire is particularly good versus light vehicles. But also medium armor, really. I'm North Lieutenant as the pumps in the Kugelwagen. Basins as well there. Catching his Snailman's forcing a bit of a crossfire there in the cemetery. Pumaing up, he goes straight for the suit and moving up there. Oh, awkward panting there. Really bad news there for Orangepest. And shoots, misses. Puma gets the Steward. It's going to blow there to Orangepest and the 2nd Armored Division. Entertain crew, they're taking fire there from the German infantry. Puma gets away, the Luke's moving up on the flank. Entertain, he's turn around, but deal with it. They can't really, I think. So, bad situation for Orangepest right now versus Snailman and the 116th Panzerdivision Windhund. They got rifling here, there you go. Quick spend here with the anti-tank rifle grenade to try and fling the Lukes and take it out there. Nice turn around there. Certainly an interesting way, certainly one way to maybe consider using the doctors again. Fire up. Sadly, it wasn't quite fast enough to catch up. They were still not bad at all by Orangepest. Had it worked out, been great for him. Of course, would have been terrible for Snailman. Map control wise, Orangepest still got a good control of the map here versus Snailman, who still holds most of the map. And the repair ponies away there for Snailman. Lieutenant fire from the Lukes and the Puma. Repair fire there from the reconnaissance vehicles. Forcing away there Orangepest's Lieutenant. Fresh mine there as well from him. Very good. In fact, he's mined into the cemetery as well. Thumbs up there to Orangepest for some thorough mining. Also mines there. Really good stuff. Meanwhile, Snailman, I think besides this mine, has actually not mined a lot. It's not mined a lot. Bad kit troops reinforcing healing here for Orangepest. Try on the way for Snailman. That's going to be likely the Schwer Punted quarters. MG for opening up there. Could consider mortar or pack counter to try and flash it down. Of course, put more pressure on Snailman's lines. Got flamethrowers on the resistance as well. Very good. He's clearly not very worried about Snailman mining. So there's one, but that's about it. He's about to hit the mine, though. He's just about to hit it. There you go. 2 men dead. Pumps out the flank here. Burning through the machine gun there with the flamethrowers. They are suppressed, which means they will shoot slower, but since the flamethrower is an AoE weapon, it's always not affected. So, you know, still overall does the same damage when it hits, but again, it just shoots slower. So DPS is still lowered. We want to stand up now for the Lukes. Good hit there. Could use take aim to try and make it hard for Lukes to skedaddle out of there. Second shot, they almost got it. If you were to use take aim, you can actually take out a final shot and kill it. Gets it anyways. Quite a blow there. 2 Snailman that gets a wipe there on one of the units there. Orangepest, actually the captain perishes. Bit of a blow there to Orangepest. Replaces it quickly. Very good there. But getting rid of the Lukes, I think, is pretty big. Cool bang there by eventually 3-8 kills being hauled back with the damaged engine. Here on the west, folks, push back as well. The flamethrower. Rear echelons back here, troop reinforcing healing. Captain there almost done for Orangepest. Troops are healing reinforcing. Battlefield headquarters officers not even going for the Schwer Punted quarters right now. Ooh, that's a bit risky there by Snailman, to be honest. Like, he risks falling behind his opponent's actually taking out. Of course, being able to do some good harassment, but still, there's a good chance now that Orangepest is going to hit him with tanks sooner here than Snailman. And since he's gone for rifle company, he could actually go for the EC8, which the Puma's going to struggle with. Because the EC8 has good health and armor, which makes it harder for the Puma just to deal with it. You'll have to see there what Snailman does next. I mean, this would be much more common during the time you could just call him the Command Panther, but that's not really the case anymore. I suppose he's going to try and stall it for the Command Tiger, but even that's going to take some time because he will still need the Schwer Punted quarters and authorization for it. You should probably consider some Orbison in here versus Orangepest though. Orbison in for the assault rifles could put some pressure there on Orangepest. In east here, we got the Kugelwagen Hitting a mine. Virtually further, but also about to blow up. Though he can now self-repair, though he still needs the Sturmpanzer to fix the engine damage. Since what will fix the damage, it won't fix any critical damage done. So to fix, for example, the damage, English Sturmpanzer still needs to do so. Either way, getting both to work, of course, the Kuban gets fixed very, very fast. Kuban then getting mentions on the far west, road. Now they're trying to move for Snailman. Wait, what? Oh, it's the anti-tank and shooting now. It's not another man that set off there. That Kuban is taking some incredible punishment. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. Fritz? Yeah? How is this thing still working? German engineering, you remember? Yeah, but I thought it was all just, you know, a bunch of propaganda. Well, now you know, it's not. Major moving about there. Panzers engaging up close. Boom, they're engaging. Captain, they're holding up behind heavy cavalry. Panzers finding away. Then these, we've got troops moving for the company and looking once more to disrupt Snailman's resource flow. Very good there. And they want to get the machine gun over there to help defend that a bit more effectively. Maybe some more mines. Fall to the right and east. Big push there by Orangepest. Got the aggressive play there. Moving the west side here. Ground the western munitions. In the center, we got Raff moving up. He pushing back the Sturmpioneer under Snailman's command. His snail command. Kuban moving up here. Betsy 3 about to Betsy 4. At which point he gains an actually bonus. And actually right the fire there. Oh! So they actually gains no DPS bonus there. MD4 opening up. Might want to pop into any piston rounds here. Though most players overlook that ability. Kuban with the damage, and again, the Kuban is just taking such incredible punishments in this match so far. Anti-tank pursued with the Panzerverleger going up behind here. Orangepest front line. Good flank there by Snailman. Catching anti-tank there down to just 3 men. Troops have been forcing healing. He may want to consider some orbital and then for assault. They could put some serious pressure on Orangepest. There we go. We even get the insane RPS rounds. Very good there. Very good. Really overlooked ability, but definitely good here. Resistance there. Oh, he hasn't upgraded it, so it's not activated. So can't spot this resistance. MD4 actually gets outflanked. Maybe rush down the Kuban to assist. West side there. Fighting going on. MD4 routed. Panther there being flanked by the lieutenant to retreat. We got a shield hand grenade off there, doing some nasty damage, killing some poor bastards inside the building. Kuban good to go there. 9 kills. In the west of Puma King to far, we got 8 kills. Gets the wipe there, and the captain BAR dropped. Could be seized here by Snailman and turning against Orangepest and his merry marauders. Hitting the coffin there, Kuban moving in. Tries to shoot, but a bit slow there. We got 362 versus 450. Orangepest got a nice Edo Snailman. Major moving up, Raft support there. Puma with 9 kills. West here, we got Lieutenant pop into the building to retreat the Panthers. And, oh, we got the Major, but that's obviously not going to really stop Orangepest there. Could maybe try it with a grenade there. Guess not. Reconnecting the eastern fuel point. Orangepest is close to regular strength, but again, I suspect he's going to go for the EC8 here. Since that, of course, is going to be a much better pick versus the Puma, or just a nice, solid pick in general. Kuban there. Slowly ranking up there. 10 kills now. 10 kills on the Puma as well. Kuban halfway to the ace level. Puma this time with the one to side with the ending damage. Kuban quickly sneaking back there for fresh repairs. Pushing further south with their 2 point in the east. Full punches here was the lieutenant. The Kednev almost done the Snailman. Clearly worried about enemy armor. Having seen the Major, certainly a good worry to have, considering he's the one behind there. Need to get that tag going. Another entertaining there for Orangepest. There you go, authorization on the way there for Snail, but he's still far away from Muna Panzer 4. And the target tank's going to be tricky there. Mindstand, very good. Still think some orbits going to be a very good pick here for Snailman. Just some elite infantry, put more pressure on Orangepest. Panzer 3 backed up by the mighty Kubelwagen. Taking to the Russians there. With violent glee. Time from north. Anti-tank shoots, gets another hit on the Kubelwagen. And the Kubelwagen once more lives. Despite again now being been hit by several armor-piercing rounds from anti-tank guns. Grenade exchange here. Oh, looks like it wasn't a grenade exchange. Took a quick look at Power noting course BARs up before Orangepest. Missed that one. And there you go. Got the ECH shown on the way there for Orangepest and the second armored. The EC8 representing one of the many upgrades to the Sherman that sort of made throughout the war. In this case, the EC8 refers to the suspension, I believe, that sort of made it over a bit more smooth ride there. Last Sherman there had a better, bigger turret with a bigger gun on it. Hit a mine there with a Puma. Smoke pop, need to engage, but could be taken out here by both anti-tank guns, not even support nearby, machine covering up here. And the West, Kuban finally went down. A tragic loss there for the German army and German peoples. They were heroes in a bucket. There we go. EC8 Sherman out there for Orangepest. Been some time since we've seen that one. Rolling ahead there for freedom and democracy. Should, of course, add the 50 cal whenever possible. And there we go. Do get orbs on there for Snailman. Need to get the Puma out of the range of the anti-tank guns here. Mine goes off there. And Puma's down. That's a definite blow there to Snailman now. Coming only like Kevin able to stop Orangepest EC8 Sherman tank. With the 76mm gun. Fun fact, most German crews actually prefer the oldest Sherman with the 75mm gun, because while the 76mm gun had better performance versus tanks, it actually had the worst performance against infantry due to the higher velocity, meaning the coating on the shell had to be stronger, meaning there's less room for high explosion inside of it. So, while in theory you'd figure that actually bigger rounds, they're actually less effective as in for the high explosive rounds, and that was actually something that was not highly appreciated by Sherman tank crews, since again, for the most part, one of the main threats was still infantry, and, you know, you need high explosive rounds to force them out. Good hit from the Kenway from the Sherman. Pulling back there with the EC8. Fighting on the east side. Especially before they gained on the Panzerfusilier. Obviously, they could upgrade with infantry assault rifles. I'd certainly recommend that personally. Salvaging the looks here for a bit of extra fuel. Very good there. Just going to need that Panzer IV soon. They may, of course, need a Panther active chance. Have a bit better chance of us the EC8. Rather than being rushed off. EC8 once more on the move here for Orangepest. Not fully repaired, but clearly Orangepest is not too concerned with that. Only with killing crowds. Snailman may find himself needing another anti-tank gun soon enough here. Another academy effort. EC8 rolling hit, shoots there, gets several kills on the Panzer through the hedge. Very good there. Unless we got orbs on here, the lieutenant. Infantry orbs on the way there. Very good. And the lieutenant might even be running into them. No, briefly looked like it. There we go. Right about to hit. A bit late there, to be honest. Oh, he falls off the field there. Lieutenant with lots of bars there. Real problem. Another unit moving in. There we go. Concussive grenade. Those two opponents half hitch 3. Very close to that Panzer IV, though again may need something with a bit more punch. Orangepest meanwhile could go for regular Sherman, he could go for another EC to back up the first one, which could definitely give Snailman a much harder time here. Panzer being murdered out in the open, which is moving up the side here. And UFO for holding up here, close to 2. We got Theon Avis of 425, we got Rifle Move charging at the folks in the centre. Need to pop the Brandhand Grenade there perhaps, but no. Orbison almost good to go there for Snailman. And there you go, Western victory point secured once more. M14 with the right flanking rifle score. You may want to pop into the armpit rounds if you have some munitions for it here. Riflemen suppressed, got the Orbison moving in there. Troops are healing reinforcing. Charging ahead. And regular Sherman there for Orangepest. Rifleman routed. McKenna shoots, gets good in the Sherman. Might land another one there. Yup. Sherman down to half health. West side we got fun for the Copenhagen Stormers Lieutenant. Concussive grenade would be great, but sadly too late there. Panzer IV on the way for Snailman. It's going to be a bit of challenge with the two Shermans, including one EC8 here for Snailman's Panzer IV Model J. Not impossible though, but tough. Also moving in here, getting the rifle up close. Change within for assault rifles and force them away. Anti-tank gun number 3 on the way for Orangepest. An interesting pick here. He may be worried about something heavier than a Panzer IV here. He just figures, you know, 3 M1s is going to be absolutely amazing. Which is, you know, against the medium tanks going to be certainly true. They can very quickly destroy them. Quick bomb grenade here. Oh, a bit slow there for Orangepest, but the Orbison getting wiped out. They don't retreat soon enough. In fact, may still be again. Got just a swarm of BARs there from Orangepest advancing. No machine told that Ken was about to get wiped out. That's going to be a real problem there for Snailman if he loses it. Panther 4 moving out here. Final round to the front line there for Snailman and the German army. MD-14 with troops on the right side. Might want to add an upgrade to the Panther 4 soon enough. Sherman up the eastern side. No Ken over there, of course, yet. Need to get the Panther 4 with the assist for that. Like, he needs the Panther 4 everywhere almost right now. Check's going to be for Snailman to figure out where to sort of use it correctly. Almost got Rifle there. We get a wipe here on Orangepest. Small win, troop being suppressed, pinned down. We got White Fox to further make it harder for Snailman to defend. East side there. And we got the antennas of fine way as well. Almost got one at tank gun. Bunnan got off from Rifle New 10 here. A lot going on here. Heavy damage there on both sides. Casualties piling up. Sherman's firing away there. Panther 4, of course, need to be careful with all these anti-tank guns about. And he probably isn't aware to the extent of which Orangepest has brought in anti-tanks. There you go. One hit down the Panther 4. Sherman's advancing there for freedom and democracy. Back here, troops reinforcing for Snailman. Need to fix up that Panther 4. Now they can there for Snailman to deal with Orangepest's armored force. Troops are healing, reinforcing, and move forward to the reinforcing. Sherman there churning about there with the fence a bit. High explosive rounds on the Sherman. The regular one is the 75mm Sherman. Grab the point in the west. Sherman advancing rapidly. Time for good to go here. Bit of quiet there from Snailman. I was kind of lining up a counterattack here in the east to regain control here. At least keep Orangepest off the car point. 270 versus 422. Continuing on the west side, Orangepest displaying a bit more tactical finesse there with sort of flanking and maneuvers than Snailman, which tend to be much more straight on head-on attacks, which is usually not where I find, in my own personal opinions, where the Oberkommando West excels. Got the option dealing with the lieutenant. Forcing my way back. So got the Sherman up here. Easy hit, in fact. Panther 4 gets a good hit. The Kennedy to open up soon. Gets slow there. Bunham gone out of here. Oh, actually, concussive grenade. Sherman there takes some hits. Got the anti-tanks moving out the west side. He's being claimed here by Orangepest, even as he's putting back pressure on the right flank to keep Snailman tied down there. Good attacks there by Orangepest. West side, we got the Sherman there dealing with the opposite. And there you go, wiping out one of Snailman's orbital squad. In fact, it's only one. In fact, most of them end up T-posing defiantly in death. So, quite expensive there for Snailman. Quite expensive. 50 on the way there for Orangepest. Tanks being hauled back for repairs. Stone Pioneer is flanking the anti-tank here. Could get a wipe on the tank shooting away. There we go. Could grab it and turn it against Orangepest, which could definitely be helpful there for him. Since again, the M1 is ultra great versus allied tanks. In fact, it's amazing. Stone Pioneers instead are salvaging it. Can't help but feel that's a bit of a miss there, possibly. While Snailman anti-tanks don't have the Panther, we can see again they just have such a high rate of fire that by now there's actually no way he can save the tank unless he gets really lucky with repeated bounces, which he doesn't. Really, do not underestimate the M1 anti-tank, and that is usually one of the bigger mistakes you do as a German commander, since they can really adjust you through medium armor very fast. Trying to flank like Kenman pushing away there, definitely blow there to Snailman. He can soon go for another Panther 4, of course, but he really should be trying to build up more of them rather than just have one on the field the same all the time. Meanwhile, his opponent still has 2 tanks, and he can actually go for another one soon. Like Kenman about to get pushed away as well. Anti-tank rifle grenades are plenty there on the Sherman, damaging the engine. But with no way to finish it off fast, I don't think it's going to matter too much there for Snailman, since he can just quickly repair it. Sherman's running together in unison, pushing back the machine gun. West points are being secured. Full skills moving ahead here for Snailman. Troops are reinforcing healing. Pearsons are routed. In the west side here we got the cemetery claimed there by Orangepest's infantry. Rifling up the eastern side here. Quiet here, but starts to look like Snailman does not have this under control at all. I mean, if we had to take the 2 tanks of the equation, they'd have roughly the same force size, but it's just the way that Orangepest is using compared with how Snailman is using his. There's still a notable difference there. Plus, in this regard, I mean, Orangepest is just packing more firepower by infantry with all the BARs he's got at the moment. Germans heading out here for the centre. In fact, both Germans have. We got Jackson with for Orangepest. Possibly a bit overkill. I think just another German worked great here versus Snailman. There goes Strength like Kednev, take a bit of damage. Damage engine the Sherman. Half 8 of it, you need 2. Probably about to get whacked. Sherman has to get behind the rifleman. Almost got the Sherman there. Jump on his half 8 of it in your 4. There you go, push him with the 5th carbon. Not bad there. Jackson almost done there. Looks like Snailman is now very much attempt to go for a Tiger tank. Or possibly a Panther. Oh, he's not going for another Panther 4 here. Versus Orangepest. Got another white phosphorus barrage here off, probably in the centre. Lieutenant quickly moving up. They caught on the victory point instead. Folks about very low on health. And we got a BAR drop there. And with this, Snailman surrenders, his infantry more or less gone. And his troops barely alive as the front line collapses under Orangepest's constant pressure. So there you go. GG, game over. Also for the German army, victory for Orangepest. Again, highlighting certainly the power of the docks, and also just the power of good aggressive maneuvering. Where Snailman, I feel like at times was just too passive, too reactive, and never really tried to catch his opponent off guard with these sort of great maneuvers of his own. And certainly the mechanized regiment just didn't quite pan out as well as what. I mean, there's a reason why most players increasingly just async to battle group headquarters and then fast attack, because you want those panzer rolls out fast. Whereas with the looks of the Puma, at this stage, he just couldn't really do much with an Orangepest anti-tank guns. Also just very quickly locked it down. So, well played there by Orangepest overall. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell your friends, tell your family, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.